All right, so today on your tray you have temper cakes, you have a water basin with brushes, and you have a sponge. When you are switching colors, it's important that you get your brush really clean. And to use a water basin, you sort of jump up and down on one side of the pool and then go over to the ladder and brush it back and forth. So these two are your dirty sides, and then you can get one last clean in the clean slide. You can slide it up here and you're ready to go. Now, temper cakes do need a little bit of water, so feel free to dab into the water. I'm also going to give them a little bit of a spritz. Now, every time that you switch colors, you might want to dry off on the sponge just to make sure that there's no color stuck to your brush. That's what Mr. Sponge is there for. Now, depending on which color or which section you want to use, today I'm going to use this section. You're going to go through and you're going to just draw some lines. They could be regular horizontal lines, they could be vertical lines, they could be diagonal lines, and I've sort of picked all my lines from this point and then worked them off. And it doesn't matter how many you've done because you're going to be blending some colors, and if you have more spaces, you can just add on some color. So to start, I've made red, orange, and I've made yellow. The next color that I'm going to be putting down is what color? Everybody think about it for a minute and say it out loud. We're going to be using green. Red, orange, yellow, green. And that's why you have your handy dandy color wheel. So I've done red, orange, orange. I've done yellow. Now let's say I want to make a yellow green before I make green. What I'm going to do is go ahead into the green, swirl around a few times, and I'm going to color in two sections with green. Now this one right here is going to be plain green, but this one is going to be yellow green. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to totally clean off my brush like we talked about, and then I'm going to go and I'm going to grab some yellow, and I'm going to paint yellow over top of this, and it's going to change this section from yellow to yellow green. So now you can see I have yellow, yellow green, and green. Next, I'm going to be using a blue-green, but I already have that color for me. It's turquoise in there. So I can paint that in. I can paint my regular blue in. And then I'm going to make a blue-violet next. So I'm going to paint this in with blue because that's the color that I'm using. I'm going to add a little bit of water to it to thin it out. I'm going to clean my brush very well before I go and I dip in the purple. And now I'm going to dip in the violet. I'm going to paint it right over top and they'll blend together. Notice that I don't scrub. I don't want paper boogers happening. And then I'm going to rinse my brush again. I'll go with purple. And I'll put purple in here. Now if you have more spaces, you could do the magenta, or you could just start your rainbow back over. But I now have the color wheel represented in my color block. Now, I'm upside down. That's okay. We'll do this upside down. I need you to repeat after me. When I am done, I'm going to take my paper to the drying rack. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 papers can go on each rack. When my area is clean, I can read a book, get one piece of free draw, or quietly dial Da Vinci. If there is a free phone. So when I'm all done, I can read a book, get a piece of free draw, or quietly dial Da Vinci.